Randy Sisco is known as the godfather of Alaskan surf fishing. He doesn't hold back any fishing secrets, and in this video, he's going to teach you everything you need to know so that you can go to the beach and catch yourself a halibut for dinner.
There, now we just, now we know.
What are you using as bait?
This is herring, fresh frozen herring. We caught this out of the inlet, out of here, 6 days ago, I think. So here's the scoop, you guys. What we've got here is 20-pound Suffolk Siege. The reason we use 20-pound test is because the higher your rating on your line, the less casting ability you're going to have. So basically, the shorter distance it's going to be, the higher you go up in pound test. So we run this. The reason why we have it in orange is pretty important. The birds can see this, and 90% of the time they won't fly in your line. Okay, so we've got, I tie this to 50-pound Berkeley big game. This is what in surf fishing we call this a shock leader. And I'm going to tie what's called an Albright special. So you'll make a loop like so. Hold it like so. You're going to run this in and then down. So I went up and then down. I'm going to pull that up. Now it's just 8 to 10 wraps depending on the size of your line. Okay. And since we went up, you're going to go down. Wet it a little for friction. And you'll cinch that down just like that. That's one, that's a no slip knot, so you can cut your tag ends as close as you can, as close as you want, and she's not going to slip on you. And two, that knot flies through those eyelets 90% of the time without striking them. So you know, that's the reason why a lot of us surf fishermen use the Albright special. Trim these down. Make sure you don't leave that on the beach, right? Fish and line stays in the ocean for 600 years, they say. This is specifically for the shock of the cast. That's why they call it shock leader. Loading up those rods with all that pressure will do damage just running on your main line. Not to mention, cut the hell out of your finger. Like if your bail closes on you, that's nothing but a bandsaw and your finger's on that. It'll cut you to the bone pretty quick. I've seen it and I've done it myself. So we don't like to use those little plastic sliders or any of that stuff because they cause this motion in your line. Right. And sometimes those plastic pieces can be like sharp from the factory. I just don't like them at all. Sure. So we use Berkeley's cross-lock swivels, 150-pound or 175-pound test. They will stop you from getting tangled at the bottom on your terminal tackle side. And this is a very important piece right here. This bead here. If you can see how big that hole is, okay, that's not a fishing bead. That's a craft bead. This is specifically to protect the knot that I'm about to tie. I like the Palmer knot for this one. Palmer, yeah. Kind of like you're tying a shoe. Yeah. Pull that down, open it, pull that through, and you're done. That's the end of that knot. Yeah. Okay, so this one's going to be your slider. That's where your weight goes. And you could picture me loading this rod up with all that energy. Without that bead protecting that knot, that's going to pull on your knot and damage that knot, right? If you're using a regular fishing bead, it's going to sit like that. You're compromising your knot, third or fourth cast, just more than likely you're going to break it. And that's if you're doing the distance casting thing. I like the Big River bait hooks. They're designed for catfishing, but the bait, as you can see, it's kind of a funny shaped J hook, if you will. Bait sits right in there. That's perfect for the casting that we're doing. And the reason I run these and not circle hooks is because the circle hooks get the sharks in the gill plate, and we don't need to be, some days we'll catch 20 sharks. I do not want to kill 20 sharks. They're important to the ecosystem. I know some people up there hate them and kill them. We show them some love because nobody else will, right? You know. Is that a gummy? This is a secret. You guys think it's Dacron. It's not. This is rounded into hard Sanders twine at 580-pound test. I'm pretty sure we're the only one using it, but I bet you when this comes out, that changes a little bit. The reason why I use this is it's very limber. And if halibut like to suck in and blow out baits, they will feel your 100-pound mono. They will feel that big stick piece of Dacron. I don't like it. bait presentation from the surf, completely different than bait presentation off the boat. Just because it works on the boat doesn't mean it's going to work off of the beach. You can pick this stuff up at like commercial fishing stores, basically. You won't find it in tackle shops, you know. Majority of my fishing stuff I get, you know, shout out to Three Rivers Flying Tackle. Thank you, AJ, for everything that you do for the surf fishing community here. BJ supported our fishing tournament. They're starting to carry stuff. Oh, come on. The Bait Shack in Anchorage, Dustin, he's killing it down there. Like, he's carrying some of the best baits, and he's carrying St. Croix, which are my favorite. So, I'm gonna do some bait presentation, because I hear this all the time lately, like, asking me, what's proper bait presentation? What, you know, what's this, what's that? I'm gonna show you right now. This is exactly what we do. We're not off the boat, like I said, it's different. So I'm gonna cut that tail off. You don't want it, right? You're gonna get this piece here. There's one piece. Fresh frozen, you can see how frozen that is. Yeah. Another piece, and then you've got your head piece. Now, you can run your head piece like this, or what I like to do sometimes is I'll cut the head right there, and you can see as it thaws out there, all that blood and stuff's gonna kind of get a mix into the ocean. This is one of my favorite pieces, along with the tail end. And the reason you want them frozen like that is to handle the pressures of this cast. And that's pretty much the scoop on that, you guys. That's my rigging, that's my gear. These are St. Croix Avid Surf rods. I use St. Croix Siege rods. They're rated 6 to 16 ounces with the 8, right in the middle of the sweet spot.
Do you always use 8?
Sometimes I'm using 10, maybe 12. You know, it just depends on the current. Your higher tides, like in your 20s, it's really ripping. So before you get closer to slack tide and it calms down, you're gonna need a 10 ounce to sit. So when you're first learning to throw these, you don't want your handle in this position to like this position. That'll have a tendency to close the bail on you during your cast. That's when you're gonna have issues. Get it like that so you're opening your bail this way.
Right.
Get it where you like it. Too close to the tip, you're gonna line drive it. That bait's gonna smack the ocean with all that force. You don't know if it's on your hook anymore, so you're kind of wasting time then. So to save your finger and save some drama, tighten down on your drag pretty damn good when you cast. You don't want this spool slipping on you. Grab the bail, your line, bring it across the spool. Not down like this, not up here. Across the spool.
Right.
That shock leader is there to take the force of the cast. Because you do give these rods pretty much everything you got. They'll take it. So I'm going to show you what's called a pendulum cast first. It's designed to build energy into the rod instead of using pure muscle. Sometimes it's just a vibration. Halibut like to suck in and blow baits out. Sometimes the rod's completely bent over and just streaming out. A little bit of a bounce. That's normally telltale sign of shark. And then the rod just bends straight over and doesn't move. That's a skate. Skate swim with their wings so their head isn't moving. You can tell that pretty much plain as day. All right, brother, come catch a fish. There you go, my man.
How's it feel, Jerry?
It feels not real heavy, but it's coming in. It's coming in.
There's a little guy. And I got some knowledge for you guys who want to catch and release halibut. If you grab him by the tail and have his body weight on there, separates his backbone and his vertebrae, you just killed that fish even though he swam away. This is the proper way to release a halibut to make sure he stays alive. All right, look at him go. That was too soft. Hey, we're on the board, boys. That shouldn't be 3 pounds, maybe 6. We called ourselves Compassion Through Fishing because a portion of each guide trip that we do goes to a nonprofit that works with veterans, military families, or kiddos. And then another portion will go to Feeding the Nilcheks Hungry, which is our local food shelter here. So that basis of what we try to do is we're trying to give back through the sport that we love. Try to help the community as like compassion through fishing. Show some love, you know what I mean? You know, through we'll talk a little bit about the surf fishing tournament as well. It's a beach cleanup first, surf fishing tournament second. So what I mean by that is that we give you a trash bag at check-in, and we want you to put your, you know, your Coke cans, your sandwich wrappers, whatever, the trash that you take to the beach with you. We want you to put all that in the trash bag, and the trash that you may find, you know, laying around on the beach in your fishing area. And then you'll bring that to me, personally to me. That makes your catch eligible for cash prizes and guide trips. We got all kinds of cool stuff. As surf fishermen, we are the last defense from trash and things getting into the ocean. You know, we should be stewards of the environment here. Like, one of my main things is I want to pass that on to people, because I want the kid that I just taught to fish yesterday, 20 years from now, to take his kids fishing and still be successful out there. And cleaning the beaches really helps the ecosystem.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that one. Yeah. Woo! Woo! All right. And here's another food for thought. Hey, a lot of people tell me halibut don't bite at night. Bullshit.
Oh, no, the middle one, middle one. There it is. Isaac! Oh. Isaac! We got one on!
Oh yeah!
Be there, be there, be there!
Woo!
Oh, yeah! Yeah! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Ow! Yeah!
Skate! No wonder it had all that weight on it. What's up, little buddy? That's how we do it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice fish, boys.
And I want you to hold them as far out as you can. There you go.
So we did safety. So here is our awesome measuring tape that we have. And so what you do here, on a halibut, you will measure it normally, tip to tail. So you'll give her a shot, like so. And then you have your partner take a clear photo of that. We also give a team chip. It's a different chip every year, so we know you caught it that weekend. You know what I mean? And we know, guys, I know by cloudy eyes and some other things that you froze that fish. So let me tell you, if we catch you cheating, we will prosecute
37 and a half.
So that's 24.8 pounds is what that says. This is called halibut weight tape. Guesstimates the weight of halibut by length. We got this from Real Salty Charters here in the Nilchek. They are one of the best salmon and halibut charters out here in the Nilchek. I can't speak highly enough of Captain Katie and Captain Brian. Those guys are really good at what they do. They have this copyrighted. It's that you can even go to their, I think it says what, halibutweight.com or something like that. Yeah, halibut weight tape on Facebook kind of spiel. Not to be a smart ass, but it is my opportunity right now to all my haters out there. Thank you. Because of you guys talking about us all the time, you've kept me busy, so please keep it up. I look forward to it.
Randy has been generous enough to share lots of information with us in this video, but there's no possible way to capture all of the lessons that I learned from a trip with Randy in one YouTube video. If you can make it down to Ninilchik, no matter what level of fisherman you are, you will learn so much from a tide with Randy Sisco. I will link all of his information in the description below.